Hi, my name is Marcel. I'm the CEO of Insider Navigation. And yeah, well, we all love Google Maps to navigate. But we all know it doesn't work inside of buildings because GPS doesn't work inside of buildings. But we have created a product which will completely change how you will find your way inside of big buildings. Insider Navigation is an augmented, reality-based indoor navigation solution. So think of it, Pokemon Go meets your TomTom navigator. Okay, imagine you are at the airport. You're rushing through your gate and you don't know if you will make it on time. You pull out your phone and Insider Navigation will show you the way through your gate via virtual arrow through your camera. And the walking time let you know that you still have enough time for shopping. And since you are working with your head up and not down, you do not bump into other visitors or a big angry security guy or whatever. And since you are on your way right before you fly to Ibiza, you will get personalized offers. Because using augmented reality for indoor navigation creates totally new kind of possibilities for marketing for tenants. And that's also very great for operators because monthly cashback is guaranteed. Because we turn the whole building into one big interactive advertising hotspot. Our optical tracking technology is working without any additional hardware, and it's very, very accurate down to centimeter. We did a bunch of demo implementations around the world at Heathrow Airport and Dubai Airport, just to say a few. And the first customer which will go online is the Landesmuseum in Zurich mid of next year. Yeah, and due to that facts, we are sure that Insider Navigation will rock the indoor navigation market. Thank you.
Do you want to take some questions?
Yeah, of course. Any questions? No questions. I can show you a lot of videos from the demos and how it works at the booth. So if you are interested, browse by and I can show you more details. Oh, there's a question. Sorry.
Just because it happens to me, hi actually, and thank you.
Hi.
I'm Dimi. Just traveling quite often. I'm quite usually as well the usual suspect to stop for a random research at the passport control.
Yeah,
right, security and then
yeah.
passport control. So how far can this kind of application go, in an airport? Up to what point can you predict in a way? Is that
that's a good question and also a use case. At the demo we implemented at Heathrow they had the same question, and there we 20 meters before the security starts, they get an overlay with the security information. So hey, please make sure that you are ready for security, put out your things, etc., etc. So that's not a problem. And it goes up to 30, 50 meters. And then you can set respective points where you say, okay, now the camera is not allowed and prepare for security, for example. Thanks. Additional questions? Can I see? No. Okay, thank you.
Hello? Hello? Okay. Hi, I am Giovanni Caturano from Spinvector, And we are game developers first. We started as game developers. Then we had a twist on immersive environments, virtual reality, and had an idea. This idea convinced the venture capital from Intesa San Paolo to invest 2 million in our company, and things started to build up. We received a lot of awards. Some of them are in cash, and about 500,000 given by Samsung, Nokia, Microsoft, Intel, and other companies like that. And these are some of our clients. You can recognize Novartis, Cisco, and probably many others here. We took the technology and know-how from video games to virtual reality, but most importantly, we took the approach, emotion and engagement. And we wanted to create something new, the first fully immersive video AR platform with 6 degrees of freedom built for B2B from the ground up. What is the problem? When you put on VR goggles, you don't see your hands. It's very immersive, but you're not really there. You don't have presence. AR goggles, on the other hand, like the wonderful HoloLens from Microsoft, are nice, but they have a narrow field of view, and graphics quality is not that nice. So we wanted to do something that could have the best of both worlds, and we created this thing that I have here, which augments reality to a new level. Let's see how it works. If the video, okay. You see she's in a room that seems like a virtual set. She looks at her hands, but she sees her own hands in a virtual environment. She's completely immersed in the virtual environment. She can look around, and it feels totally immersive and with high-quality graphics. And she can also move around. She can walk freely. Can I use this one? She can walk freely. And she can also interact, in this case, with a gun. This is used for simulation. So it's 6 degrees of freedom and integrates virtual things with material things all around. Most importantly, it's a platform, so something on which other developers and system integrators can build applications on and works like a snap with Unity 3D and the Unreal Engine, so the two most used frameworks in the world. In a lot of fields, some of which I will show you. These are real projects that we have now. Building industry, augmented reality for archaeology and smart tourism, CAT 3D scan, maintenance in augmented reality, and interaction, natural interaction through hand tracking. These are all things that exist now based on our system. We found this sweet spot here, which is B2B AR immersive, in which very few players are. And we did this because we started seeing that the contracts we had were growing. This is the evolution in the last 2 years. And you see it grew up a lot. And now, currently, while I'm talking to you, we have more than 1 million in contracts. So we need to scale up. To do this, we identified the revenue streams, and it's not only revenues coming from the product, but also from sales, post-sales, and maintenance. We identified the drivers that can allow us to scale up, but to make this real, we need to become international. And that's why we want to keep the R&D in Italy, where we have a very strong team, but we need demo rooms in the UK first and then in the rest of the world. London is extremely important for us because it's still the center of business in Europe. With this approach, we can keep on growing a lot, and not only in terms of turnover, but also in terms of margin. That's why we have planned 5 million investment. We already have some investors on board, more investors, and we are looking for more funds, especially funds from the UK, to create a demo room here with additional R&D and, of course, marketing team. With this, we can finally say that virtual has never been so real, and please, ask me anything or come to visit us just in front of the other side. And if you want to ask questions, these are my contacts, and you're welcome. Any questions? Please.
So you mentioned that it was a two-part system, so you already have a VR headset, and then you add your Spinvector system to it, and it creates the augmented reality. Do you have any plans in the future to make a single all-in-one AR headset, or is that not something that you're looking at?
Actually, there is a company who's working on doing an integrated set already. It's very good. I'm sure that other people are thinking about that. We are working with them so that it integrates with our system. The system is based on calibration with the environment, so it's much more than just the device. And so we look forward to that. Of course, we could do an integrated set, but the thing is, this is used now. And the companies using our system currently take 2 to 6 hours to integrate it in their code. 2 to 6 hours, not weeks. So this is something we have now. Of course, the system, it's also compatible with HoloLens. So if you have a smaller installation with HoloLens, you have the same code that works with both words. So it's, of course. Other questions? All clear? Okay. So if you want, again, stop by when I walk out, or come visit us, and I will show you more stuff and more details on the economics and everything else. Okay. Thanks a lot. Goodbye.
Hello. Okay, welcome. I'm Roberto Del Mastro from OcuLab, also from Italy, and I am showing you our application. We started as a media office, let's say production of video, especially for the company making automatic machinery, to explain to the operator or the maintainer how to interact with the machine. 2 years ago, we realized that there was no connection between the normal platforms, LMS or software machinery, with the new devices. So the cell phones or tablet or the wearable device. So we started this startup that is called OcuLab, where we develop software, teleservice and driver for 4K screen to make interaction between the user and the new devices. This is our mission, so we want to provide this kind of interaction between our customer, that is the manufacturer of machinery, and the machine itself. This is the team. We are in the Alps. It's still one of the places where Italy works pretty well. And this is the bunch of people. Actually, the presentation, it should have been Ilario, but he's sick today, so you get a 50-year-old man instead of a 24. This is the basic of our idea. So you have the customer. You have to think that a breakdown of a line production, for example, for ice cream or cereals, we did something with Kellogg's, for example, every 5 minutes is £2,000 cost, a stop of a production line. So if you choose the right devices and the right software, the right way to produce contents, you get a way to save a lot of money. So the adoption of our product, and then we will see an example, is ideal to reduce the downtime of the plants and for the machinery manufacturer to increase their value, the offer that they give to the final customer. This is what we studied last year, and the results were impressive because we already have really, really big customer used our contents and our system. The most surprising for myself, for example, is Baxter, because it's an American multinational with the seat in Switzerland, and normally sell to the Swiss people is not very easy. Anyway, really big multinationals are already testing our system. This is also the last declaration.
We were accelerator and crowdfunding platform.
Okay, we were at the Kappa trade show. It's plastic in Düsseldorf, and this company, Barry, tested the system that we gave to a machine manufacturer from Italy, Sacmi, and the manager of the machinery said that the system, the remote troubleshooting system that they have seen is absolutely the best on the market. I want to show you an example about that. So if you can start the video that we prepared. No, there is a video to run. I'm sorry. Anyway, in the video, there is a practical example. I can do the practical example with my cell phone if you want, but because that's basically where it has to be used. So there is an application. You have to think that the application runs on every kind of Android device. So the technician can see a certain number of procedure on the screen, and he will see it if he wears a wearable device as a subtitle of the reality, a very simple way to use it. If there is a problem, he can always say, okay, I have a problem. I have to call a video. So I am inside the procedure, and I play the video of a procedure itself. This way, this is the example for Kellogg's. I don't know if it's visible from so far. But anyway, the operator can see what it has to do on the machine to perform a specific routine. So that's what we produce. It's already on the market. The problem that we have is that we need to grow in country where the business development can be quicker. We have our R&D in the Alps, in the Trentino region, in Italy, but we need to increase that because we are in this range of revenue at the moment, but we need to step up to a mid-range objective and to a long-term objective that we can reach only if we internationalize our sales. And the plan that we have done, that of course I can share with the people that is interested into, can be really feasible because it's few points of the total market of machinery production in Italy, Germany, and UK. These are the three countries where we want really to move into the market. We have clear figures of the prices the customer are already paying, of the number of customers we can reach, both for the contents and for the services. So the business plan is there, is ready. We have cash simulation month per month. And we compared what we did to the actual situation of teleservice and production of content. We can say that flexibility of the actual LMS platform is very low. So there is no way to do this kind of service with an e-learning platform. It's impossible. But also some teleservice functions. There is a starting of competition in terms of teleservice. But I can grant you that our customer, they do not want to be called all the time. They do want a mix of solution with existing contents for the more common maintenance procedure and the teleservice for extra issues. So all this competition that is the new companies offering teleservice call application, they just do the telecall. So they do not link that with offline production of contents. And that's basically it. So here we talk about ourselves. We know where we are strong and where we are weak, because we are already international team of guys with German people, people in the UK, but we are not in the condition to increase quickly our investment from a marketing point of view and sales structure point of view. So that's it. Sorry, no video. Any question? Okay, thank you.
We're now sneaking in a blockchain pitch. If you can welcome Ishmael and Lorenzo to the stage.
So we'll start with a video. Just a quick show of hands. Who's familiar with blockchain in the audience?
Oh, great. So
Okay. How many of you have got a Bitcoin wallet? Okay. So how many of you have actually used a blockchain for any purpose? Okay. All right. So we'll show you a quick video on one of the projects we're running with, which is EtherHack and you'll just get an idea of what we're doing, and then we'll do a brief intro of a project, ArtChain. If any of you are dyslexic, dyspraxic, autistic, blockchain appeals to you, come see us afterwards. We target outliers. We target things that aren't in the general trend. So if we can just play the video.
Hack EtherCamp is a virtual accelerator and crowdfunding platform. It starts with an idea. People form around an idea into camps. Products and prototypes get created by the camps, and with the crowd identifying the most promising, the best ideas become startups. The virtual accelerator runs on the HackerGold token. It's used to initiate startups and is an endorsement on the team's potential. With blockchain smart contracts, new forms of social agreement are formed. Early adopters are financially rewarded. Preferred voting rights are provided on how funds are used. Startups retain the rights to their ideas. The virtual accelerator opens with a competition. For 5 weeks, teams will compete for a $50,000 top prize. As experienced judges help to evaluate and inspire teams, the community apply crowd diligence. After the competition, the most supported teams go on to develop and launch their products. The virtual accelerator continues on as it opens again to new entries. Future finance, constantly evolving.
Okay, so EtherCamp is a virtual accelerator. We use Ethereum smart contracts. You launch a product, you get on there. We've taken all the old VC models, scrapped them. You get a token, the crowd issues a token, they all fund that token, and you're away. You've got your seed capital, you can go and run and launch your project. We expect to reduce the time to market from a year, usually, to get your startup, get funding, get pre-funding, to possibly 6 to 12 weeks. Lorenzo's running a project called ArtChain, which is blockchain for art, and he'll explain a little further, and then we'll take some questions.
So I'm Lorenzo. I'm the founder of ArtChain, and we are participating in the EtherCamp hackathon to accelerate our software build and get on the blockchain. Essentially, the art industry is rife with fraud. Just yesterday, Sotheby's auction house bought Orion Analytical, which is a forensics organization which looks at chips of paint and examines whether the paint is Dulux from last week or 500-year-old Rembrandt. And what they really need in the art industry is a means of telling who owns what. Like, we have a land registry for land, transactions and deeds to regulate the ownership and transaction of property. We don't have an art registry, but the blockchain can provide one. It stores private information privately and allows you to share provenance of artwork. So to prevent against stolen goods, fakes, forgeries, unlicensed copies, and all kinds of fraudulent activity which exist in the art industry today. because nobody can share the information that they need to share to allow for transactions to occur smoothly. And that's what the blockchain can provide. An escrow service, a deed service, and a registry service for the exchange of information transparently, but with full privacy as to who you are. Do we have any questions about how this works, perhaps?
Any? Okay, so if you get a chance, go to hack.ether.camp, hack.ether.camp, C-A-M-P. Have a look. There's about 50 projects on there so far. Most of them are disintermediating, so you're going to see the rise of new types of Uber, Airbnb, anything that has a central party that's taken a slice of the cake. You can get on the blockchain, deploy some smart contracts, and the toolkits are there to do it pretty quickly. So have a look at some of the projects, and we're in the Startup Bazaar, so if you want to come play around with the platform, come see us.
And when you do, vote for ArtChain on hack.ether.camp.